Yeah, let me start with a problem. I think many of you know that our region is characterized by poverty, which is associated with political and economic uncertainties. One also knows that all these things are interrelated. But all these things are producing massive migration from the region, crossing countries, and even crossing continental oceans. I believe that many of you have heard of how people from our regions are being consumed by the Rough Sea in the Mediterranean or otherwise. People even walk out of this place to reach the southern tip of Africa on foot. Sounds as if that our region is hell for many people. One would sympathize with all these young people, but at the same time one has to really appreciate their courage in their struggle to survive. But the problem persists. If we take Ethiopia alone in the region that we are now 120 million people, and population grows as well as the environmental degradation are going hand in hand. And all these things are also fueling further social and political chaos. And then you can also see how the global economic uncertainties are fueling this. And these particular migration, where you see people are struggling to survive, are now assuming another dimension, where the rural people are migrating to cities in mass. Ethiopia is one of the rapidly urbanizing nations on earth. But our urbanization is very unique. It is not that the cities are ready and productive and then having industries in order to attract people from the rural area. It is actually the rural area which is pushing people to the cities without our cities being ready. And hence we expect that our cities would also be stretched too much. Anyways, across the land, the problem persists. Our current population, like I said, is 120 million and it's expected to double in 30 years. What should we do? We say we have to address this problem at its roots. That is why we are promoting the concept called grassroots urbanization. It's an attempt to help people to come together and establish their own habitat in order to diversify or establish a livelihood in their own environment so that they can have a direct responsibility and belongingness to their environment. And then they can also somehow imagine or dream of a settled life within their environment. And of course also having market networks with other communities. So to help communities in their own areas is the prime mission of our organization, which is called ABC. ABC means Alliance for Building Communities. We think that the problem in our region cannot be solved by a top-down government intervention. It's too big for any government, leave alone a very weak regional government that we see in Northeast Africa. So this challenge has to be shouldered by every one of us. And if we really help one another, mobilize all the resources that we have in order to avail it to those communities, we also believe that those communities can stand by their own feet and then make a difference or establish their own habitat, and then hopefully also help them to own, reclaim their environment so that they can be good steward to their environment. Not expecting somebody to come and to rescue those. No, we are actually given all the chances to confront this massive challenge by ourselves. So here is what we are inviting you, be it an organization that you are working in or a singular professional. You can join us in this campaign to help communities in need in establishing their sustainable habitat, which allows them to diversify their economic base, but also help them to build the space where they can live in peace. We are architects and planners and engineers, environmentalists, lawyers, scientists of all kinds and whatnot. We are trying to pull all of our resources of knowledge and skill to help communities establish themselves. We're not really simply claiming that we'll make poverty history now. We're not very naive to say that. But at least we know that if we can come together with good heart, we can indeed make a difference for people and help them in their struggle to survive and help them in their desire to flourish. If you want to join us, please use the link in this video. And if you have questions to ask, want to get some more information on how we operate, write us. Thank you.